talking about teams that are underperforming, the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, man.
Dimitri, you want to say something quick?
Well, like everybody was excited when Odell Beckham was traded to the Browns. They signed Kareem Hunt. Many would argue a top 5 running back in the NFL before his unfortunate handlings in the law and all that. So, I mean, everything on paper. You had Nick Chubb, Jarvis Landry, David Njoku, pretty good defense. Odell Beckham, one of the best receivers in the NFL, And for them to just Baker Mayfield, Baker commercial man, whatever. Just for them to have all that hype and potential.
He's so good at commercials, though.
He's a phenomenal actor.
He's awesome.
His PFF acting grade's a 95. So that was pretty good. But just wow. I mean, what a season to throw away. Head coach has been horrible.
Awful. Abysmal.
I mean, wow. You have Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham yelling to the Cardinals sideline.
Cardinals.
The Cardinals saying, "Come get me."
The Cardinals have 4 wins, by the way.
Oh, 4 wins.
The Browns have more wins.
They're
They're saying to come get them off their team. So that just kind of shows the state.
That makes sense.
Hey, it'd be fun to play with Kyler, though. I would say that, too.
Yeah.
Michael, anything to say?
Yeah, so I would say, Odell today said, like, it's all good. I'm here to stay. Like, we're going to figure this out. That tells me Freddie Kitchens is gone.
He has to be.
Despite the reports saying that.
I hope to God he's gone. But continue. Sorry, I'll have my.
No, I don't have anything else to say other than I think Odell knows something that we don't.
That would be pretty fantastic.
Because he's basically 1 foot out the door. It's either Freddie Kitchens is gone, there's going to be a change, or I'm out of here. I'm demanding a trade.
Yeah. I don't blame him. I really don't blame him at all.
There's just a couple things I want to hit.
Go for it.
I told all 3 of them before the season. The day Odell got traded to the Browns, I bet them all that they weren't going to win the division, and the Ravens were going to win the division, and I was right.
You took advantage of us.
I did.
You took advantage.
What was that, a $10 bet?
It was 10. It wasn't much, but like
Took
my
advantage of
point
us
is,
at our low point.
you have to feed a lot of mouths on that team. There's a lot of mouths to feed. Like the fact that they can't even feed the mouths they have on that team is ridiculous.
If they had a viable coach, they could do it.
No, Freddie Kitchens, I'm not kidding, is a bottom 2 coach in the league. Him and Jason Garrett are the worst coaches.
He's worse than Jason Garrett.
You can make an argument. I don't know.
There is an argument there for sure.
Yeah, they're 6-8. I mean, you have Chubb, who's the leading rusher in the league. So I mean, you have a lot
Silver
of
lining.
You have a lot of bright spots on that team. Offensively,
They're not
and
far.
defensively.
They're not far. They just need a coach.
That's all they need, really.
And in a coaching league, that's what you need.
Yep.
But to have everything set up, you have a franchise quarterback.
Yep.
You have a defense easily you can work with. You have a defensive stud in Myles Garrett. He's got to keep his head cool. But
What do you guys think? You think Dorsey takes the fall, or?
Well, I mean, I have a little bit of a rant here. Yeah. All right. So for our viewers, I'm a Browns fan, Ohio fan in general. My dad's from that area, so that's why I kind of take this personal because I absolutely hate Freddie Kitchens and he ruined my season, my enjoyment. So yeah, talk about major disappointment. I was super high on the Browns, as you all know. I bet you that $10. Yep. Unfortunately, dude, they had a decent draft. They didn't have a first round pick, but they took Greedy Williams. They stole Mac Wilson in the 5th round, who I think is good and he's blossoming still. I think he's pretty good. I know you don't, but you're pretty high on him. I'm pretty high on him. He had a good game. Picked off Kyler Murray. I don't know. He's been playing pretty well. And then, dude, Baker Mayfield was coming off an amazing rookie campaign. Like the dude, he broke the rookie touchdown passing record. So he was coming in hot. Like I was like, all right, Browns they're building up. Like they had a couple good off-season moves, but then a couple iffy ones too. Like they got Kareem Hunt, which was awesome, but then they traded a huge part of their line and Kevin Zeitler to the Giants and they traded away Jabril Peppers, a 3rd-round pick and a 1st-round pick for OBJ, who's obviously top 3 wide receiver in the league, but then an injury-riddled Olivier Vernon, who missed 4 games this year at least, maybe more.
Always injured.
Yeah, I mean, like they had some good offseason moves, some bad offseason. It was whatever. I was still excited for the season, but then they kept doing dumb things leading up into the season. Like they traded away more linemen. Like you already traded your best lineman. You don't have linemen, but you're trading more away. They traded Austin Corbett to the Rams. They traded Wyatt Teller to the Bills. Like they're not huge names, but those are dudes that can play for you still. And like you don't have a line, so like. Keep what you can. So
yeah, that Austin Corbett experiment was over pretty quick. The fact that they got rid of him for what was it, a 6th round pick?
Yeah.
For 6.
There's something awful, yeah.
I didn't mind that the Rams
Second
got
round.
him, regardless of how much he's underperformed. Like he's still really young. You can still teach these linemen. You know, like
He did go to a small school, so
Yeah.
maybe NFL coaching long term
Yeah.
it'll adjust.
I mean, but trading all these linemen away, like, showed during the season, like, their line's not good at all. Like, it's bad. Like, if they had a better line, their record might be better. Like, I'm not blaming it all on that, but it needs to be better. And then, yeah, they tried to make a couple more moves. They tried to get Trent Williams from the Redskins, but Bruce Allen sucks, plain and simple, so they weren't able to work that out. And then come season time, we watched a couple games. We went up to Cleveland to watch the Rams-Browns game. That was super fun, by the way. Dude, it was a close game, but
It was.
a lot of boneheaded calls. What I noticed this season is Freddie Kitchens is the absolute worst offensive coach in general. Like, that dude is garbage. He has no schemes to get his.
For me, real quick, go ahead.
Yeah, ran the ball in 4th and net. Well, I heard that was an. I heard that was an audible. That was Baker's fault. So I can't.
Freddie Kitchens was really confused about that.
Yeah, but that doesn't take away from the fact that his schemes don't get his best playmakers the ball at all. Like, no pick routes, nothing. He gets his plays off Madden. He's like, hey, run a streak, Odell. We'll try to get you the
He's
ball.
asking Madden what to do before each
Dude,
play.
literally, like, this dude is lost. In a coaching league, you cannot be Freddie Kitchens. He is garbage, and he needs to go for the Browns to be successful.
And it's not his fault. A lot
Completely.
of the times, our fans like to blame a guy like Freddie Kitchens. You know, I'm sure this guy's doing his best, but he's just is not cut out for it. And
Not
for
at
them
all.
to promote a guy from their coaching staff with what was he, a quarterback coach?
Running backs coach, I think.
Running back. He has
Yeah.
absolutely no experience.
Yeah.
And then you had Dorsey giving him the head coaching job because he's close with Baker, maybe. Who
Yeah.
knows? But then that's a bigger issue with the Browns. That goes to management. That goes to the front office.
Yeah.
Neglecting the offensive line.
Neglecting the
That
offensive line, putting a
huge.
coach in position to fail when he has no experience to show otherwise.
And not only that, there's no way he can handle all these egos in the locker
his
room.
personalities.
And it's showing. His players don't respect him. Not at all. They're asking other teams to come get them because they do not respect this man at all. Like,
he shows
literally.
lack of judgment when he wore that Pittsburgh started
yeah.
shirt.
That was awful.
The
That was
guy's
awful.
just, you know what? I just said that it wasn't his fault, but for doing something like that, you're an idiot.
Yeah, no, that was
My
a
daughter told me to
boneheaded
wear
move.
it.
The thing, Dorsey is already on his last leg. Like he messed things up in Cleveland.
He has this one more
I mean, not
offseason.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
He has one more offseason to prove if he should stay or not, honestly. I mean, we'll see what
It's
happens.
like all
But,
about flashiness. It's
Yeah.
not making good football decisions and just.
and the other things that also led to the Browns not being as good as we thought they would, minus the rushing attack, like, yeah, they had subpar performances, but, dude, the injury bug bit them everywhere. Like, Olivier Vernon was gone for a while. Ward and Greedy were out for multiple consecutive games. Njoku was out most of the year. He played, 2 games? Christian Kirksey, IR all year. Morgan Burnett went out on IR. That whole Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph debacle led to Okunjobi being suspended and then Garrett being suspended for the rest of the year. So you're missing key players in your team. You're not going to perform well if you're missing all these guys. So, I mean, it was a very, very upsetting year, especially as a Browns fan. I was really excited, but to see what happened, and I put most of the blame on Freddie Kitchens and John Dorsey. I think they're both to blame for this. I'm still high on the actual players on the team. I think we have the potential to be a very good team. But you need a new coach, especially in this league. It's a coach's league. Man, if they got Lincoln Riley or someone dope like that,
Anyone.
that'd be
Who's
crazy.
going to come to Cleveland?
Yeah, I mean, look at the talent. I mean, you could make that team into something.
Talent.
And
Respected.
you don't have to do anything. All you got to do is win 8-9 games and just turn it around a little, and you're a hero there.
That's
You're
Yeah.
a damn hero in
I mean,
Cleveland. There's no
yeah.
expectations.
The
Great
thing is, it's
point.
not like the AFC is hard. Like,
Nothing
so
there.
You can
The
get into the
AFC
playoffs as a
sucks.
wild
That's
card.
a great point.
Browns have been
but-
trash for decades, man.
no
Just get
expectation.
somebody decent.
You know what that made me think of? Oh, no, go ahead.
No, go.
That made me think of what you said, no expectations. Like when we went to that game, we went to the Cleveland Browns Rams game in Cleveland. And, everyone after the game's pissed off. They're cursing, oh, Kitchens, you're terrible, cursing him out. And then we get out of the stadium, and it's just like business as usual for the fans. They're just like, oh,
Yeah,
we
it's
lost.
normal, dude. It's normal.
It's the craziest thing I've seen in sports. They are so used to losing that
Yeah.
it's just like that business as usual.
You can turn it around. You will be a legend.
Hero. You'll be a
Dude,
hero.
Cleveland's a football city too. When we were there, even you said like it was awesome hanging out there, going to the bars near the stadium. First Energy, dude. That stadium was energetic as hell. I've never been to a football setting like that. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Browns need a coach. As soon as they get a coach and maybe some offensive linemen, dude, they'll be scary.
I think another factor with the Browns and their decision to go with Kitchens from last year is, and it was kind of a negative how well Baker played last year, because it masked a lot of issues, how he was fitting it into those tight windows, and he's not playing awful this year, but he's not playing well enough to mask those issues like he did last year. So.
I think schemes have a part to play in that too. But it's also on Baker. I mean, he hasn't been amazing. He's focusing a lot on commercials. I feel like he's not really focusing on football as much. But I still believe in Baker. I think he can be a very good quarterback in this league, especially with the right coaching. I haven't given up on him at all.
The only problem I have with Baker is he holds the ball too much.
Yeah, with that O-line, you can't do that. I mean, Greg Robinson's your left tackle.
Another big thing that he did, especially at the Rams game, he tried to leave the pocket
Rolled
when they had a
right
clean pocket.
Without it being necessary.
I'm like, just chill. Like, you have time. Like, try to just buy some time in the pocket.
He's worked on that recently.
But yeah, I mean, honestly,
Yeah. I mean, he's been playing better.
So
They beat the Ravens. That was pretty cool.
both of our teams made mistakes.
better days
Trade
are
off the
ahead
team.
for the Browns. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Can't get worse, right?
It could, but let's not hope it does. Let's not hope it does.
I don't really think it could. Honestly. Maybe.